Hello again, everybody. As promised, though a couple of days late, I think, is my next installment of how I put together my pages. So last week, I cut out bits and pieces and placed them on. If you're very observant, you'll notice I have changed some things, and that's a good thing about laying stuff out, because you can have a look at it and you might decide you don't like something in particular, or the colors don't work together or whatever. And I've added these other pieces down the bottom here as well. And that's true of this other one that I showed. I changed this quite a bit. I had a girl kind of sitting here, and I don't know, I missed this printy piece here, so I got rid of her. I made a little person over here, put her together instead. She's got little zappies coming out of her hands. Anyway, today what I'm going to do is, once I've stuck all the pieces down and I'm happy with that bit of it, though again that can change, I like to go in and do some drawing. Now, I'm not very high-tech with the pens I use, as I've mentioned before. This one's like one of those gel pen type things, a Pilot one. This is one of those white gel pens. They're fantastic. I love the white because you can really highlight, especially like eyeballs and teeth, and it's just another dimension too that it adds to your work. And then, yeah, this one's like a paper mate, so pretty low tech. I even have said before that when I've gone to like conferences and trainings and all that sort of stuff, they often give black pens away, so I'll just grab those and use them. If you've got particular pens that you really love, go for it. But I find, especially on acrylic paper, that a lot of the art lines and those sorts of pens don't work that well. They work okay on watercolor paint, but not so well on acrylic. Anyway, that's my little tip. I don't have my glasses on. It's so annoying getting old. I've just started wearing glasses, and just for reading and stuff. Well, that's how it started, and I could get away without them, but now I'm noticing that I need them for drawing too. So if I'm drawing all over the place, it's because I can't really see what I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, what I'm doing is just adding more, because more is more. It's funny that I'm really not into possessions and having lots of everything. We have so much in the Western world in comparison to the rest of the world. They had a statistic on the telly about that. Now, what's going on there? Well, I'm going to do some here, so I might just... Sometimes they get, I don't know, clogged up with stuff, and you just have a bit of spare paper, and you can just run it around on that, and it'll get whatever it is out. Anyway, as I was saying, they had this thing on the telly, and it was talking about how in Australia, where we are, even someone living on the most basic of wages, which I think is about $40,000 a year, $35,000 a year, like it was quite low, we are still in the top 1 point something percent wealthiest people in the world. Isn't that shocking? I think that's shocking. We just we have so much, and we forget that we have so much. So again, I'm going to go in here and just do a little rim around these, because I really wasn't happy with these, and I may not be happy with them still. I'm left-handed, so I have to keep turning things, otherwise I wipe my hand all over it, and end up with like black ink all over this bit of my hand, and all over what I'm drawing on as well. Now see, this is problematic. I can't really see where the end of this is to really should have put those glasses on. What else am I doing at the moment? Well, since you asked, I've signed up for a portrait painting course. See this? Look at that. Disgusting. Have a little bit of paper. This is my other trick, is I pop a piece of paper down and then I can make marks all over the piece of paper and not on my artwork. Yeah, so I've been saying, I posted somewhere, Facebook or something, that I'm brave. And I think I am, because I throw myself into these situations where I really don't know what I'm doing particularly, and I feel really vulnerable. But I guess I've learnt that that's the only way to do it, really. You've just got to, otherwise you don't do anything, you know, in life. You just do what's in front of you and what's easy, and then you get to the end of your life and go, gee, that was a bit of a waste. I really should have, and I don't want to be someone who says I really should have, or as little of that as possible. So yes, I've signed up for a portraiture course. Anyway, you see how that sort of makes it, you know, jump a bit more if you compare this one to that one. And I will do more. I think I might do another row of this and then some maybe little shapes in amongst there. And it just gets, and I like doing it on these flowers and, you know, the occasional leaf. I think, don't do it on everything. So as much as I say more is more, you do have to be a little bit selective, because if everything's the same or everything's screaming as loud as everything else, it gets a bit much. It's me saying this. I mean, my work is so layered, and these pieces anyway, so layered and so bright, but I can see a sanity to it as well, that I do contemplate the colours that I oppose or blend, and the shapes, you know, alternating the sharp shapes with more rounded shapes. There's a method to my madness, I believe. Well, I couldn't work out how to speed things up, and also because I talked all the way through it, I thought that wouldn't work anyway. And so that'll be for another day. However, I did finish off all of the drawing, and as you can see, I've done quite a bit through here, just in the black ink. And despite saying possibly don't do it on all of the leaves, I ended up doing it on all the leaves. And but I did a lot less on the clouds than I'd anticipated, and I quite like them now, though I may just leave them sit for a while and, you know, do something else and come back to them. I popped a little crown on her head, which is a bit cute. And yeah, oh, and I drew over this. When I went back in, it was quite funny because I didn't have my glasses on, and I realised how many gaps there were in my thick sort of colouring in of the lines, so I fixed those up. And because I'd drawn over this stamen as well, I just cut an extra little piece to fix that too. So yeah, quite reasonably happy with how it's worked out so far. I may do some coloured pencil on it, so if I do, I'll show that next week, or I might do something entirely different. Don't know. Guess you'll find out, and I'll find out at the same time. I thought I'd just show some other bits and pieces too that I've done. Yeah, this one I quite like, and this one too. I really like the colours. I'm not particularly into green, and I just had some dark green and light green left over on my palette, so I painted them onto this page, and I really like how that comes out. And then I printed on top, obviously had some orange as well. I've just done a whole lot of, I've said quite a few times, because when I'm painting I might end up with a bit of paint left on my palette, and I don't like to just, you know, get rid of it. And because I do these mixed media sort of collagey pieces, it's perfect for just painting it all onto a sheet of paper, and then I can, you know, print on top of it, or I can cut it into bits. So I recommend that to everybody. Yeah. Anyway, if you like this, please subscribe, and then you'll get all the updates. And you can also check me out. I'll put in the description I've got a website, mljerd.com, and I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. I've just decided to embrace social media, so you can look me up. I'm generally mljerd. And also I have an Etsy site, Drawn to It Designs, and I'll put that in the description too, so you can check that out. And I've got new cards coming of some of these designs, so I've sold out pretty much of the last lot, but they've just been dispatched today, so I'm excited about that. And I'll pop them on, and I will do prints as well, but I'm in the process of learning all about that, a little unsuccessfully. So I've had a couple of dud runs. Anyway, have a great week, and I will see you again next week. Bye.